Bitcoin doesn't wait for permission. It just moves. And we saw that loud and clear when it blasted past $109,000 back in January 2025. That wasn't some future prediction. It was real. Right after the new administration stepped in, Bitcoin soared to its highest level ever. And now it's cooling off a little bit. As we're making this video, Bitcoin is hovering right around $99,000, just a breath under six figures. So the big question is, when do people start panic buying? Because most folks don't buy when it's cheap. They wait, they hesitate, they doubt. And once Bitcoin start ripping through those big round numbers, like $100,000 or $150,000, they feel that fears of missing out. And that's when the rush begins. And let me tell you, when that floods of retail monies come in, it's not going to be calm. It will be wild. Why? Because we're not just dealing with demand. We're facing serious scarcity. Over 70% of Bitcoins hasn't moved in over a year. It locked up by long-term holder. Add 2024 halvings to that, and new supplies just got cut in half. So what happens when millions of people want in, but there's nothing left to sell? Price go vertical. Panic buying kicks in, and the public finally wakes up to the fact that Bitcoin isn't just an investment, it's a race. And guess who already running it? The institution, the whales, the big players are stacking Bitcoin right now, quietly off exchange through OTC desks. Why? Because they don't want to fight retail later. They want to own the assets before it explodes. And here's the thoughts that give me chills. If the big players had to buy their Bitcoins the same way we do on the public exchanges, the real price could already be close to $1 million already. But the public can't see that yet. It's hidden behind exchange prices that don't reflect true scarcity. But that gap, it won't stay hidden forever. One day soon, the real price will break through. And when that happens, it's going to be violent. Now zoom out for a second. What about long-term game? Long-term predictions for Bitcoin's adoptions and price movements often draw from historical halving cycle, tech trends, macro shift, and institutional involvement. So here's the bigger picture. Let's start with halving cycles. Bitcoin tends to move in 4 years waves. After the 2012, 2016, and 2020 halvings, we saw massive bull runs within 12 to 18 months. If history repeats, this 2024 halvings we just had could trigger a major run through 2025, maybe peak before a cool down by 2026 or 2027. But here's the truth. This fourth halving cycle is different. In the past, we were putting all our hopes on halving cycles to cut supply and spark a rally. But now, that's not the main catalyst. Now we got hedge funds, institutions, and even governments FOMOing in. This is bigger than just a timings pattern. This is global positioning. Think about it. Just one institution recently bought up nearly an entire year's supplies of Bitcoin in a single month. Wrap your head around that. That's not just a halving effect. That's a full-on supply shock. Some model like stock to flow see 2025 high landing somewhere between $150,000 and $300,000. Looking out to 2030, we're talking about $500,000 to $1 million in some long-term forecasts, assuming adoptions and monetary debasement keep accelerating. And that momentum is being driven by serious players. BlackRock, Fidelity, and other giants have launched Bitcoin ETF. Institutional infrastructure is here. Even modest allocations from pensions and sovereign wealth funds can dramatically shift the price. Simply it's because there's not much Bitcoins left to go around. And adoption, still early, less than 5% of the world is actively using Bitcoin. That means 95% are still on the sideline. In places dealing with inflations or strict capital controls, Bitcoin is becoming a lifeline. That kinds of demands is sticky and it's global. Plus, we're watching the world slowly pivot away from the US dollar. If confidence breaks in fiat, Bitcoin stands ready as a neutral reserve asset that's no longer a fringe idea. It's a strategic hedge. And here's some breaking news. New Hampshire and Arizona have just passed Bitcoin reserve bills, becoming the first U.S. states to officially adopt Bitcoins as part of their state's reserves. New Hampshire laws allows the state treasurers to invest up to 5% of public funds in Bitcoins and other digital assets with a market capitalization exceeding $500 billion, currently including only Bitcoin. Arizona legislation establishes a Bitcoins and digital assets reserve fund, utilizing unclaimed digital assets and potential staking rewards to build the reserves without using taxpayers' funds, further tightening the supplies and increase institutional demand. And the best part, you are not late, you are early. You can consider yourself so lucky to understand what Bitcoin is at this moment in time. And you have a level playing field opportunities to build wealth, not just for yourself, but for your grandkids and even for the generations that haven't born yet. With that said, my friend, whatever you have, don't forget to hold it tight and stack it right. And I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.